Alright, so we got the top 5 unique Tyranids explained from your boy Weshammer, man. Make sure you guys go check him out in the description down below. Other than that, man, yo, I'm gonna go live on Twitch on the 23rd, bro. My face cam coming through. We playing GTA 5. It's gonna be really fun. Make sure y'all, go follow the boys' Twitch. And other than that, let's get into the video. Let's go.
By the end of this video, you're gonna know everything you need to know about 5 of the most horrifying Tyranid monsters that have ever existed, and creatures of terrifying destructive potential, many of which being seen as the peak of Tyranid evolution, whereas others were one-off freak mutations.
Now, y'all actually recommended this video from the boy Weshammer, I think like a week ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually getting around to it, and here we are.
Now, whatever the case may be, each of them was incredibly deadly, and led campaigns of panic, paranoia, and unrelenting destruction.
And also, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, before we even get started, all these little creatures, all these different types of Tyranids are menaces to society. None of these things, nobody will get any layoffs, bro. If I see anything that is school threat worthy, bro, I will say it. Just know by the end of this video, bro, some of these little different types of Tyranids will be on the list
that left mountains of bodies and trails of carnage in their wake. Now, many of these monsters would unfortunately fall into the realm of obscurity for many years, in-universe and out, showing up to unleash untold havoc before vanishing without a trace in the lore.
He said they release untold havoc. I'm sorry that I paused the video so early, bro, but if you don't find that menacing, bro, I don't know what else you find menacing, bro. Untold havoc? Bro.
And then seemingly disappearing from the 40K rulebooks as well. Now, thankfully, around the time of 8th edition coming out, many of these characters would end up making a return. And we've even gotten a few new ones in recent times. Today, we're going to be talking about a Tyranid assassin that took a perverse delight in terrorizing its victims, an unstoppable juggernaut that can heal from almost any injury, and a particular winged parasitic monster that kills its prey in the most potentially
Oh, nah. Nah, bro. You're more you're more than likely, bro, to see these creatures in Hades, bro. This isn't even why is this even created? This is what you'll see in hell. This is crazy.
Disturbing way possible. We're gonna be getting into that and a whole lot more. But first, a quick shout out to this week's sponsor, and then we're gonna dive headfirst into the grimdark.
Okay.
If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know I'm a huge fan of Into the AM, a super cool clothing company that makes all these awesome graphics.
By the way, while he get his ad off, let me get mine off too. Like I said, man, I will be going live on Twitch June 23rd, which is this Monday. I'm gonna have my face cam and everything, so yeah, it's gonna be crazy, bro. I think that's the first time on my Twitch channel that I ever had my face cam. And so, hopefully you guys do enjoy. We're going to be playing the GTA 5 story mode walkthrough. That's going to be really exciting, man. I would love for, most of you guys, to pull up, say what's up, and, yeah.
You see in all my videos. They've been a huge supporter of my channel for a really long time, and I absolutely love their products. Their shirts are super comfortable and fit amazingly. Not to mention the fact that their graphics not only look amazing, but they also don't fade in the wash nearly as much as other t-shirts I've owned in the past. I'm a huge fan of their stuff, and I can honestly say that I wear them just about every day. And I know what you're thinking. Wes, that t-shirt looks way too cool. That's gotta cost what, $500? And I have good news for you, my friend, because that could not be farther from the truth. Their shirts are actually super affordable,
really?
As you can get a bundle of 3 graphics tees for only—
That is affordable. 3 for $60. I don't mean, obviously, they not sponsoring your boy, but let me just say that 3 for $60, that's what, $20 a shirt. That's actually really affordable, bro. There's some people, bro, who have their own clothing brand, and bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, they be charging $50, $60, $70 for a shirt. It's crazy, bro. There's no way I'm paying $70 for one of your shirts when I could just get pay $70 for a Patrick Mahomes jersey. It's crazy.
$60. Or if you want something just as comfortable but not as flashy, then you can get a bundle of 3
for $50, bro. That's actually not, bro. Why am I promoting this? Okay, listen, I'm not promoting this, but 3 for $50 is not bad at all. That's at least what, 15? Yeah, that's $15, $15, $16 for a shirt, which isn't bad, bro. There's some shirts out there, bro. They charge $70 for your little logo in the corner. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yo, whenever I actually release my merch, I think I released merch like last year, and I didn't really do it right. It was my first time, but bro, I cannot wait to release merch later this year. And bro, I'm working on designs right now, bro. I cannot wait to show y'all what type of designs and stuff I got for my merch. And yeah, bro, y'all know, man, whenever it comes down to merch and stuff like that, bro, all that, takes time. But just know, whenever my stuff drop, Bro.
Their basic tees for only $49.95, which is a great deal on its own. But if you use my link in the description of this video, or use the code weshammer at checkout, you can save an additional 10% off your entire order. Into the AM is running their Spring into Savings sale right now, with site-wide deals between 20 and 80% off. And the best thing is, my discount code stacks with those deals, saving you even more money on some amazing t-shirts. So go check out intotheam.com today and pick out something awesome. You can thank me later. Big thanks to Into the AM for sponsoring this video.
Let's go.
I spoke briefly on the Tyranid lictors in one of my recent videos, and I called them one of the most disturbing characters that have ever—
Bro, this is something like you'll see under your bed, bro. Like if you're like bro, let's say like for instance, it's like, bro, like 2 a.m., bro. You trying to plug your charger in, and all of a sudden, like you can't really like, do whatever. You start feeling like that, like the outlet spots and stuff like, is this it? You start plugging in, you're like, oh, I can't do it. You look over there, bro, all you see is these, bro, blocking your plug from getting into the wall. Bro, this is menacing activity, bro. This man looks like he's from like Jupiter or something.
Existed in the 40K lore. But here I want to talk about one lictor in particular, one that takes all of their alien cunning and ruthless efficiency up to a completely different level. A named lictor that is not only the ultimate assassin, but one that, horrifyingly enough, seemed to delight in the terror that it inflicted.
The Deathleaper was a lictor of such profound lethality that to the spiritual people of St. Caspelin was believed to be a demon that had been sent to punish them for their sins. Now at first, the people of this world didn't even realize something was wrong. A disappearance here, someone not showing up for their shift there. Something that definitely raised a few eyebrows, but within the Imperium was not necessarily out of the ordinary.
Yo, respectfully, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Bro, if I ever see this thing in real life, bro, no lie, I'm whipping out the Bible immediately, bro. For real, bro. Like, bro, I'm a spam Jesus, bro. For real. Like, bro, this thing has to go. This entity has to dip immediately, bro. Look at his build. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if I was like, I don't mean to be that guy, y'all, but like, if I was like an unbeliever or something and I seen this, bro, I'm toast. I'm finished, bro. I'm sorry. Like, if I seen this thing in real life, bro, and I don't believe in Nathan, I'm done, bro. Like, bro, I'm street tacos. It's GG's.
That was until the bodies started showing up. The damage inflicted on each was severe, jagged lacerations that looked more as if they had been done by some form of animal than any blade. There was seemingly no pattern that could be discerned amongst all of the victims. They came from every different walk of life. And the only thing that tied them all together was a puncture wound in their skull and a brain cavity that had been completely hollowed out. Fear and terror of the unknown and unseen enemy spread like wildfire.
Bro, he looked like a Diddy Kong racing boss. Like, bro, what are you doing here, bro? Who made this? This is scary, bro.
Through the missionary world, the rumors and stories growing more extreme as the body count began to pile higher and higher. If there had only been something physical that people could point to, a specific pattern of attack, a weapon left behind at the scene of the crime, if footprints, anything that could have tied the murders to the realm of the physical, perhaps the madness induced by the killings could have been contained. However, the Deathleaper left nothing behind. It had been honed over countless millennia, an apex predator, the galaxy's ultimate assassin. And this thing was no mindless hitman, far from it. Any lictor could have served that purpose. The Deathleaper was hyper-intelligent. Its role was to break an entire world single-handedly by sowing dismay and fear throughout the population. For an assassin, the most obvious target of such a religious planet would have been the High Cardinal, the spiritual leader of the world. The Deathleaper realized that such an assassination would only serve to create a martyr, and thus would have caused the population to bury themselves deeper in their faith and steel their resolve against its attacks. Instead, the Deathleaper infiltrated the Cardinal's cathedral bunker and one by one slaughtered each of his advisors before descending upon his bodyguard.
Everybody dead. Everybody gone, one by one, bro. Everybody standing in line like these, like they're in a lunch line, bro, in school. One by one, disintegrated, bro. They're like gushers, bro.
Until this point, the Deathleaper had been absolutely meticulous with each of its murders, making sure—
Man, yo, he racking up kills like this is Call of Duty, bro. Yo, hey, yo, 5 more kills, he gonna have the Moab. Like, this is crazy. Like, man, one by one. Yo, imagine like you and your boy. I don't even want to like, I don't even want you to imagine this because this is sick. But for the video, imagine this. Imagine, bro, it's you and your boys, right? And then all of a sudden, you got this nasty just ligament just come through, bro, and just swipe, bro. Swiper, no swiper, just swiping everybody, bro, breaking all types of backs like Bane from Batman. Yo, just crushing. Yo, he started eating your best friend like a gusher. All the juices, the fruit juice, the fruit punch, the Hawaiian punch just flying everywhere. The hot sauce hits you in your face. And all of a sudden, bro, you're next. Not gonna lie to you, bro. If I'm in that like situation, bro, yo, I'm doing a straight 180, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This creature right here gonna see nothing but my booty and elbows, bro. I'm out of here.
Leave no trace.
Yo, I'm gonna be running like Shaggy in this bitch.
And that any remains would be found in very specific locations at specific times. This, by comparison, was a massacre. The Deathleaper hacked and slaughtered its way through the bunker, leaving behind a trail of mutilated bodies and gore-drenched pathways.
Like, bro,
it wanted them to see what it was. It wanted them to see what it could do. It was a creature that took a form of sickening delight in the terrified screams of its prey. After all this time, it was finally able—
Bro, how you that big, but you got a tiny waist? Like, bro, what is going on? Like, bro, I'm trying to get this build right here. Like, obviously, I don't want, like, 10 arms, but, like, bro, this build is hard to get. Imagine having, like, a really big upper body and really big lower body, but then, like, your waist is really skinny. He got that, like, Kardashian build. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I like that Kardashian build.
To unleash its full potential of millennia upon millennia of evolution, specifically designed for murder. Like a predator toying with a mouse.
What? I'm just keeping it real.
It chose to leave and repeat this process for 10 days. The personnel of the bunker drawing themselves deeper inside, behind thicker and thicker barricades. It was of no use. Each and every time the monstrosity would return, it picked apart the Cardinal's defenses with frightening ease. When it was all said and done, only the Cardinal remained. The Deathleaper presented itself before him, stained red with the blood of the Cardinal's most faithful servants. However, the Deathleaper spared the Cardinal. It left him there, surrounded by the eviscerated bodies of all those that had sworn to protect him. It was sending a message that no matter where the Cardinal went, no matter how many walls he tried to put between him and the Deathleaper, no matter who he employed to protect him, at any moment, it could have him eliminated. There was no escaping it. This knowledge fractured the Cardinal's sanity. The daily broadcast he had always given to comfort the population of this world became more frantic and panic-stricken. Every day that passed without another appearance of the Deathleaper pushed him further down a twisted path of paranoia and madness.
Bro, imagine, bro, like he looking over his shoulder like he massaging his neck. Yo, he doing these like every 2 seconds. He like, oh, like every single like stumbling, rumbling, bro. He just, oh man, bro. Yo, you know how scared I would be, bro? Not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm going to sleep, bro. Yo. No lie, and this is just me keeping it real. No troll. I'm going to sleep, bro, with a Glock like these. I'm gonna have the Glock under the pillow like these. If I even hear a stumble, bro, if I hear an ant sneeze, it's raps, bro. For real, bro. Like, that's how paranoid I'll be, bro. Bro, I'll have the Glock with the switch under the pillow, bro. For real, like these. Like, bro.
Madness came to infect each and every word the Cardinal spoke, and through his sermons, so too were the minds, hearts, and souls of all those who recited on St. Caspilin. It took only 7 days for the morale of the entire planet to be completely broken. And with that, the Hive fleet descended upon the world and devoured its entire population. They barely fired a single shot in defiance of the invaders. The Deathleaper's reign of terror would carry out in a similar manner across scores of worlds throughout the galaxy. Similar creatures have been documented being utilized by multiple different hive fleets. Now, whether or not the Deathleaper is a unique and singular organism, or just an incredibly rare strain of Lictor, has yet to be determined.
Every distinct Tyranid lifeform is designed with a very specific battlefield role in mind. Now, whether they be creatures made for espionage, assassination, a swarm-based infantry, or they may even be psychic powerhouses, none perhaps embody the concept of raw brutality quite as well as the carnifex.
Quite as well as the who? Of the who, what, where, when, what, huh? What? This is him right here? Bro, no lie, bro. I want this dude in the big cage, bro. Yo, he look like, I don't even watch anime, but I know this. He look like one of those Titans from Attack on Titan. He built just like him. Now, his teeth, he don't got the same teeth as like one of the Titans, but like, bro, his size, bro. his girth. Like he's built just like him.
The most straightforward of the Tyranids' constantly evolving methods of warfare. They are armored behemoths, living wrecking balls.
Look! Bro's pushing Kareem's height. Look at this, bro. Bro built like Shaquille O'Neal.
Smash apart anything and everything that gets in their way. There is, however, one carnifex in particular that is actually worshipped by a genestealer cult known as the Behemoid Undercult, an entity known as Old One-Eye. They see him as the physical incarnation of their xenos god, the Behemoth. And the people of this cult take their worship of Old One-Eye very seriously, often carving out their own right eye to pay homage to the Great Destroyer.
Yo, I know in the Bible it says like some like, oh, if you like that, like if you look at like a woman, like, you know, like lustfully, whatever, take out your own eye, because like, you know, like you can go, you know, you can still go to heaven. Like, bro, take out your own eye. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Yo, they taking out their eye for Nathan, bro. Yo, they scooping out their eye like ice cream, bro. And if you're eating ice cream right now, my bad, I'm sorry. But like, bro, like that is ridiculous, bro. Now, obviously, like in the Bible, it doesn't mean like you literally like scoop out your eye, or whatever. But like, yo, like, bro, like, like their eye is literally causing them to sin. Like they're legit taking out their eye.
The first documented sighting of the creature known as Old One-Eye was on the Ultramarines controlled world of Calth.
Oh, look how he got him. Oh, look how he got him. It's like one of those claw machines in an arcade. He got him, yo, he got him hooked up like these, bro. He can't even get out. Look at him, bro. Look how defeated he is. Look at his feet. Look how defeated he is, bro.
Hive Fleet Behemoth had descended upon the planet, and leading the charge was a monstrous carnifex that stomped through the defenders, swatting aside guardsmen and Leman Russ battle tanks with relative ease.
Monstrous.
The carnifex was an absolute wrecking ball, a mountain of corded muscle and crushing claws that plowed through anything and everything the Imperial defenders could throw at it. What made this particular carnifex so terrifying was that it seemed to be able to regenerate itself from just about any injury, no matter how devastating. Its pockmarked armor and tattered muscle fibers stitched themselves together faster than the enemy could damage it. This seemingly indestructible killing machine surely would have spelled Calth's doom if it hadn't been for a single well-placed plasma shot by a long-forgotten hero of the Imperium. The burst of energy exploded against the carnifex's face, punctured its right eye, and loaded its explosive payload directly into its armored skull, bringing the monster's rampage to a sudden and unexpected halt and an explosion of gore. Now, this should have been where Old One-Eye's story ended. However, decades later, a gang of smugglers would come across the behemoth's corpse, frozen in Calth's ice caps. The specimen was remarkably well preserved, and such a find would surely herald a
What? I ain't say nothing. I'm just looking at y'all. What you want to say? You got something to say, yo? Get it off your chest.
ridiculously high price from the biologist orders of the Mechanicum who would wish to study it. They would end up carefully carving it out of the ice, taking extra care not to inflict any unnecessary damage. After they got it out, they would bring it back to their base in order to de-thaw it. Unfortunately for the smugglers, they had no idea what they had actually found. Once the majority of—
Bro, like, not even, like, the United States Army can take this thing out. Like, and bro, like, the U.S. Army, they got guns. Like, bro, the bullets will just bounce off these. Like, he looked like he was made out of the moon. Like, bro, he just all crater. Like, where do you even, like, bro, how do you get that big? Like, what do you have to eat to, like, get this big?
The ice had been melted away. Old One-Eye awoke once more. Its grievous injuries began to instantly stitch themselves back together. It awoke with a primal urge to kill, a biological need for violence. At this point in time, the Hive Fleet's invasion had long since come to an end, so there were no synaptic creatures in range in which to give Old One-Eye direction. It reverted into a feral monstrosity that once more began a brutal campaign of slaughter, this time driven not by the alien intelligence of the hive mind, but instead only its primitive yet unrelenting prey drive, a primordial need for carnage. It left none of the smugglers alive. After breaking free from the base, it would set off across the frozen wastes in search of more prey. Bands of smaller Tyranid lifeforms such as gaunts that had been left behind by the Hive Fleet flocked to its presence. Old One-Eye was not a synapse creature. It didn't issue any form of command. But still, these lesser organisms, perhaps in a similar manner to how many of the pack-based predators of Old Earth organized into hierarchies, could sense that Old One-Eye was a powerful alpha leader.
Bro, I hope so. If you that size and you looking like that, bro, first of all, he got a face only a mother can love. But like, bro, if you're that big, bro, and like, pause. But if you're that big, if you're that big, bro, and and you look menacing, you better be powerful. Bro, if you're trash, if you're one of those type of people, bro, bro, and I swear I hate this so much. It's in video games all the time. If you're one of those, really hard bosses or whatever, bro, whatever, and, you finally beat the boss, and then, later you can use the boss to be on your team, against another boss or whatever, and you're trash, I'm gonna be honest with you, that I'm kind of getting those vibes from Old One-Eye. Not gonna lie to you, he looks really intimidating, whatever. He looks like he'll just give you hell. But as soon as you beat him, bro, and you actually use him against, another, villain or boss or whatever, bro, he's garbage. It seems like he'll just get one shot or something.
All across the planet, habdomes were smashed apart, and entire populations were massacred by the carnifex and his frenzied primal swarm. Eventually, Sergeant Talion of the Ultramarines, a veteran of the First Tyrannic War, would answer Cal's call for aid. Although he was a master tracker, he had no need of utilizing his incredible skill base, as the destruction left by the beast was far from subtle. When him and his men eventually cornered it, they quickly found that the blades and bolters they had brought with them were worthless against it.
It wasn't enough. I told you, bro. It wasn't enough. Bro, y'all little bolters, your little Glocks with the switch, it's not gonna work, bro. You need real, you need some real muscle, bro. You need some real ammo. Bro, your Glocks with the switch, your Mac 10s, those things are not gonna work, bro. Look at his teeth, bro. Your Glock with a switch, none of those bullets can even get through his little vampire tooth right here. That's dripping. First of all, hey, you monster, hey, you ogre, close your mouth, bro. I don't want to be meaner than like that, and I know you could just, eat everything off me. But at the same time, bro, close your mouth. You over here dripping and slobbing and stuff like that, bro. Yo, he's slobbing like he just got a butt whipping, bro. And he took a nap. Yo, you know what I'm talking about, bro. When you were younger, bro, and you was doing bad in school, and your mom whooped you, or your dad, beat you or whatever, bro, and you fell asleep, you woke up, you start slobbing on your pillow. That's one of the things he doing right now, bro. Yo, close your mouth.
Armored carapace. Enraged by the attack, the beast used its massive claws to smash the attackers into nothing more than red smears against the ice. History has a tendency to repeat itself, and the only thing that managed to bring down Old One-Eye was a 1 in a million shot that found purchase in the ruined eye socket of the mighty carnifex, a scarred ruin of a wound that was the only part of its body that it was unable to regenerate. The carnifex howled in pain and tumbled over a ravine to its believed end.
Man,
even though
I know, so whenever he got hit in the eye, he fell straight back and everything. I can't believe this man can take on 1,000 bullets, but as soon as he get hit in that eye, it's over with.
The sergeant and the assisting teams of personnel from Calth searched for its body for weeks. Old One-Eye's remains were never located. Creatures matching the beast's description have been reported dozens of times over the years, emerging to wreak untold havoc before eventually being put down in a similar manner by a bold hero. Perhaps this is nothing more than the monster's legend spreading across the stars, each telling of the story having subtle variations. Or perhaps the beast yet lives. If this is the case, then Old One-Eye has been killed and subsequently regenerated dozens of times. Most recently, a monster matching the description of the Beast of Calth was documented on the world of Tartaros during the invasion of Hive Fleet Leviathan. If it truly was Old One-Eye, then how it managed to escape Calth still remains a mystery. One thing is certain, however, wherever it appears, carnage and slaughter will inevitably follow.
When it comes to Tyranid-named characters, most of them take the form of hyper-specialized variants of existing documented Tyranid species. Individuality and names are an alien concept to the Swarm. Thus, when applied to specific Tyranids in the lore, is more of a way for humanity to categorize entities of similar caliber. However, there have been times when we have seen some particularly dangerous Tyranid offshoots that seem to be a one-and-done situation. Experiments by the Norn Queens to test different potential mutations that, if proven effective, will be implemented in future breeds, or if found wanting, will be completely abandoned. There was one such aberration that was an offshoot of the Tyranid species known as a Ravener. It was nicknamed the Red Terror, and its subterranean assaults terrified an entire population, before disappearing without a trace.
Although we still don't know the exact nature of the Red Terror, it seems to be a mutant strain of Tyranid ravener, as it bears remarkable similarities to the aforementioned species. Its patterns and colors indicate that it was part of Hive Fleet Kraken, and mysteriously, its first documented sighting was 2 years before Hive Fleet Kraken would come to invade the galaxy. For 20 solar days, it ran a campaign of terror throughout the tunnels of the mining world of Devlin Primus. Its first attack was on one of the planet's starports, where it would end up tunneling right through the rockcrete as if it were made of wet paper, plunging into the Imperial defenses and slaughtering 24 men and women before it eventually retreated into the mining tunnels from which it had emerged.
Bro went up there, got a quick, UAV, and then went right back down to his hole. Bro, call bro the Empire of the Sun, cause he just did it for the thrill of it. Yo, bro, he went up, collected 25 people, went back into his hole. That is a menace to society. Bro, you know what? I can't lie to you, bro. He's on the list. He's on the list, bro. Bro, he's on a Code Red menace list, bro. If y'all don't know what that is, bro, that's my personal list. If you're that much of a menace in one of these videos, bro, you are now on the Code Red menace list, bro. He is now a menace to society. Bro is a Hall of Fame book bag equipter. Bro is a Hall of Fame quick bag. So I'm sorry, this bro's he's so menacing that his aura is throwing off my mind right now. I'm so just distraught. This man, bro, is a Hall of Fame backpack reacher, bro. You better be this dude's friend, bro. For real. If you're not his friend, if you're not his accomplice, if you wasn't cool with him, this man is terrorizing everybody and everything in his vicinity, bro. Put this man in a cage. Imagine like you chilling, like, bro, you chilling with the missus and everything, bro. All of a sudden, all you hear is a big rumble. You think, oh, earthquake, tsunami, whatever. No, bro. You turn around and all you see is these coming for you. No lie, bro. It's over for you. It's wraps. It's over for you, bro. Look at the teeth he got. He got like the best teeth that I've seen in Warhammer, bro. Look at him. He got like 6 eyes. He got like the shark teeth. I can't lie to you. He got a nice jawline. But other than that, bro, it's over for you. It's wraps for you, bro. No Christmas. It's over for you. Like, bro, he looks, he's legit. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. He's legit creeping me out, bro. He's giving me the heebie-reebies, bro. Like, for real, this is crazy work. Bro, really, he legit dug up, collected 25 bodies, bro. Got a quick, Moab from Modern Warfare 3, and then went right back down to his hole, bro, like it was nothing. He legit did that for exercise. I can't believe that, bro. He took a quick walk. He took a quick walk or jog or run around the neighborhood.
Having never encountered such a fearsome creature before, and believing that a second attack was an absolute certainty.
He got like solar what's it called? Solar panels. He got like solar panels on his head. Like, why is he built like this? It's like his, like I can't even like describe his build, bro. He's so frightening.
A search and destroy team was sent deep into the mines. If they weren't able to locate and kill it, then it would certainly claim more victims.
What the hell is that search and destroy? What? This ain't Call of Duty. What are they gonna do with him? They sent an S&D team down to get him? Let's say they do find him. What are they gonna do? Riddle me that. Call me Edward Nigma, because riddle me that. If, let's say, for instance, they do send a search and destroy team down to get him. What are y'all going to do to him? What type of weapons do y'all got? Because unless y'all got Black Ops Cold War weapons, the ray gun, unless y'all got, weapons that could really, get rid of somebody at this type of girth, then like, what can you do with this?
However, the group would meet a similar fate, as the entity would burst from the tunnel walls, slashing and tearing at the
Get over here! It's wraps! What did y'all think was gonna happen? They thought, bro, y'all thought y'all was the best 6 S&D players? Man, I got kids in Idaho, bro, who sweep you. Bro, there are people in Aberdeen, Washington, bro, who will sweep you, bro. They're like the trashiest search and destroy team ever. First of all, bro, we're not queuing into that match. If it's search and destroy, going to that map, going to the bros map, bro, we're not going there, bro. As a matter of fact, bro, I'd rather play free for all and go up all against my homies, bro, and fall out against them. then play a search and destroy and go up against this menace right here.
Team with its massive scything talons. There were only a handful of survivors, but in their panicked retelling of the events, they spoke of a creature with a carapace the color of blood, that had a maw so massive it could swallow an Imperial light vehicle whole.
Swallow it whole. You heard what he said? Swallow you. Yo, you're not even getting chewed up. He's swallowing you, bro. Yeah, you're going straight to his intestines. Yo, you're going straight to his intestines, bro. As soon as you slide down there, bro, like a water park, man, you're gonna see a whale right here. You're gonna see a random little chair right here. You're gonna see a bunch of metal pipes and rocks over here, and you're right there with them, bro, getting slowly just digested.
The nature of its attacks and the seemingly shattered minds of the survivors, the accounts all varied from one another.
Ooh, look at his tongue. He don't even brush his tongue. Oh, GG's, you're dead. You're dead, bro. You're dead from the viruses and the sicknesses and the diseases off his tongue. Look at his tongue, y'all. Y'all, his tongue is dookie green. Look, bro. You don't even gotta get chewed up. Yo, not gonna lie to you, bro. I'd rather get bit up and chewed up and then swallowed, bro. Because if he just swallows me whole, pause. I know y'all so well. It's crazy. If he swallows me whole, bro, and I have to go down, bro, his tongue, GG's, bro. I'm getting all types of earthworms and earthworms disease and all type of Ebola on my booty, bro. It's over.
Some claimed the creature was as large as a trigon, while others said that it was no larger than any ordinary ravener. Whatever the case may be, this would be the only time the monster would leave any survivors, and thus these fragmented stories are all we have to go on. What happened to the Red Terror after these attacks is still unknown. There was never another reported sighting of it. However, sometime later, Devlin would be invaded by Hive Fleet Kraken. This was the battle that famously saw the Lamenters chapter of the Blood Angels valiantly sacrifice themselves, staying behind to die until every last ship of fleeing refugees had been loaded. One of the ships that had been used to ferry the survivors to safety, however, would sometime later make an automated landing at a place known as Adri's Hope. Now, all attempts to hail the ship were met with nothing but an ominous silence. And after a few days of the ship just sitting there with no survivors coming forth, a team was dispatched to investigate. What they found on board resembled an abattoir of gore. There were no survivors, and no indication of what had happened to them. 3 weeks later, Audrey's Hope would become nothing but blood-drenched ruins. Whether or not the Red
I'm not going down there. Stop sending me and my boys down there. Oh, guys, no survivors. It's been 6 years. No survivors has came back yet. I want you guys to go down there. Are you stupid? They're dead, bro. They are prime Thanksgiving dinner. It's over. We're not going down there to check to see if there's any more survivors, bro. It's been 6 years. It's been 9,000 days. It's been thousands of days. Bro, it's over. Even if they did survive, bro, from this menace to society, bro, they're dying of starvation. It's over. They got nothing but rocks down there, bro. They got nothing but pebbles down there, bro. There's no food. What are we talking about?
was responsible has yet to be determined, and what ultimately happened to the creature still remains a mystery.
Talk about some go check. Go check to see if there's any survivors. Survivors? Come on, bro. Like, bro. Hey. I'll take this thing back to the 40s. Stop pulling my leg.
It's no question that the Tyranids are one of the greatest threats the galaxy has ever faced. Not only are they a swarm without limits, but they're also hyper-intelligent and coordinated. But one of their greatest strengths is potentially their ability to rapidly evolve and overcome any problem they may encounter. And the next creature we're going to talk about really exemplifies this philosophy, as it was birthed when the Tyranids encountered a problem they couldn't just smash their way through. And the solution came in the form of a winged parasite that killed its victims in a particularly horrifying way.
The Parasite of Mortrex is a bizarre winged Tyranid bioform that was said to have come about through the experiments of one of the Norn queens of Hive Fleet Kraken. Now, this thing's name is derived from two separate parts, Parasite being the way in which it hunts its prey, and Mortrex being the world in which it was first discovered. Not only is it covered in multiple clawed arms, with which to rip and slash apart its prey, but the most terrifying weapon it is equipped with is a barbed tail that contains a hollow tube. The creature will impale its victim and pump them full of parasitic embryos of Tyranid rippers. Once injected into the target's bloodstream, the rippers will rapidly mature and devour the host from the inside out, before eventually bursting forth as a fully formed, voracious swarm.
In the name of Jesus, I wish, bro, I command you to leave our premises. Yo, what? You're pumping us full of what? And then, what's so crazy is like Weshammer. I love Wes. Wes talking about some, and it impales you, then it puts the little stuff in your bloodstream. Yo, Wes, when that thing impales us, we're dead. Yo, Wes, when that thing impales us, it is GG's. Forget the blood maturing into whatever, bro, we're done. If that thing impales you, it's wraps. It's, bro, like, are we talking about the same impalement, or are we talking about like a needle going into your bloodstream or whatever? Because if we're talking about that, then yeah, I know what he's talking about. But if we're talking about literal impalement, it's over, bro. It's GG's. I'm done, bro.
That will then spread across the battlefield, attacking anything and everything in their sight. The battle where the parasite was first discovered took place on the Imperial Fortress world of Mortrex. And whereas in the previous story, the Deathleaper's cunning was able to break a planet single-handedly, that couldn't be further from the case here. This was one of the most heavily defended planets within the Segmentum Ultima. The Imperials, for the most part, were holding off Hive Fleet Kraken. Even though the Tyranid bioforms descended upon them in voracious hordes, they were not able to penetrate the Imperial defenses.
His head long as hell. His head is built like an American Airlines plane.
That was until a, at the time unknown, winged lifeform was documented flying just above one of the planet's largest fortresses. Without warning, its direction changed, and it descended upon the walls in a swooping dive. With lightning-quick speed, it plunged into the ranks of guardsmen that had been stationed on the fortress walls, stabbing each and every one of them with almost imperceivably fast strikes from its tail. It moved like a blur, lashing out and impaling dozens of guardsmen each second. In the wake of its attack, the soldiers began to burst apart in a shower of viscera and gore, as thousands of rippers exploded out of each and every one of them. It took only 2 weeks for the entire planet to be overrun by an inconceivably vast, ravenous tide of rippers. This is the only time the parasite has been documented, and
oh my god, get this damn creature off my screen, bruh. Look at him. Oh my god, he got like 9 knots on his head, bro. He got the Tom and Jerry injuries, yo. Oh, he got his teeth out like a Wendigo from Until Dawn. Look at his build. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Stuff like this, just by its looks. First of all, he got a face only a mother can love. Yo, his build alone is menacing. Obviously, from his actions, bro, this man is a threat to all humanity, bro. Like, bro, this man is a threat to all 7 seas on Earth, bro.
All of the Tyranids' experimental life forms. It remains to be seen if the Norn Queens will judge its efforts sufficient enough to fold its particular mutations into the rest of their gene stock. Either way, this entity
just looking at his build, bro, yo, he's a platinum threat to Pluto, bro.
Shows just how horrifying the Tyranids truly are. They encountered a problem, walls and garrisons that couldn't be breached, and with just a little bit of malicious ingenuity, the Parasite of Mortrex was birthed and subsequently drowned the world in rippers.
One of the most deadly life forms within the species known as the Tyranids is that of the hive tyrant. Synaptic creatures that act like generals upon the battlefield, directing the lesser Tyranid organisms in coordinated attack patterns. They act kind of like a conduit with which the hive mind can enforce its will over all of the Tyranids. Now, even amongst a species as deadly as hive tyrants, there is one in particular that stands apart from the rest as an absolute apex killing machine. Now, I of course am speaking of the Swarmlord, but to call the Swarmlord just a named hive tyrant doesn't even remotely come close to doing this thing justice. For as threatening as the hive tyrants are, the Swarmlord is as close to a hive tyrant as a hive tyrant is to just any run-of-the-mill gaunt. This is the guy that Tyranids deploy when they're absolutely done messing around.
The Swarmlord is potentially billions of years old, is said to be as old as the Tyranid race itself, and due to its ability to be reabsorbed and subsequently rebirthed across space and time, a veteran general of countless battles. It is the ultimate life form, the galaxy's apex predator, the very pinnacle of Tyranid evolution. The Swarmlord is a legendary destroyer of worlds, a killer of entire species, and perhaps the most intelligent, cunning, and deadly creature to have ever prowled the stars. It has led a seemingly never-ending campaign of carnage and slaughter across the galaxy. It was responsible for the scouring of the Meteor system, the extinction of the Breenar species, and the consumption of the entire orc Wa known as Gorgluk. These are but a few of its legendary blood-soaked deeds. Now, despite the fact that the Swarmlord has seemingly been killed multiple times in the past, with each and every demise, its consciousness is reabsorbed into the web of the hive mind, taking with it all of its knowledge and experience before being reborn when the swarm has need of its skills once more. It has reappeared to lead every single Tyranid hive fleet at one point or another, and with every rebirth, it emerges from the spawning pool stronger and more deadly than ever before. Despite how deadly and effective the Swarmlord is, mysteriously, the Tyranids deploy it only seldomly, doing so only when they encounter a particularly stubborn enemy that refuses to yield before the swarm's superiority. It is in these instances that the Swarmlord is birthed once more, to bring death to the stubborn, lesser organisms that have so offended the hive mind. It's almost as if the emergence of the Swarmlord is similar to a biological stress response in the bodies of organic creatures. Each time it's reborn, it does so with the exact purpose of outthinking and outmaneuvering the foe. To this end, it seems as if the Swarmlord has more autonomy than any other Tyranid bioform to date, and combining the infinite knowledge of the hive mind with its eons of accumulated experience. The last documented sighting of the Swarmlord occurred when Hive Fleet Leviathan descended upon the Blood Angels' homeworld of Baal, where it spearheaded the assault, eviscerating any of the Space Marine warriors that sought to challenge it. It did so with its 4 massive bone swords that crackled with disruptive power, living weapons said to be sharper than Imperial monoblades that could slice apart adamantium and even force fields as if they were
Hey, what is adamantium?
made of nothing. It was Commander Dante himself that would eventually defeat the Swarmlord in one-on-one combat. Some hopeful people believe this was the end of the Swarmlord. However, the more cynical out there believe that it is only a matter of
Stop laughing, yo. It's not that funny, yo.
time before the creature emerges once more. This time, with all of the knowledge it gained upon Baal. Such a Swarmlord would be unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. A master amongst masters, a god of gods, an apex Swarmlord. The Imperium can
The god of being ugly.
only pray that such a rebirth will never come to pass.
And that was the 5 Tyranids.
Shout out to our boy, man, weshammer for this, man. If y'all haven't already, go check out his channel in the description down below. And by the way, you know, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel right now. And make sure you guys go follow my Twitch because I will be playing GTA 5 with the face cam for the first time on my Twitch channel on the 23rd, which is this Monday. But, you know, for right now, you watch right now, you might as well, you know, just follow my Twitch and YouTube. And, you know, in the same day, that would be amazing. Other than that, man, like I said, go check out the boy weshammer again. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the, you know, this video, man. The last one with the Swarmlord and stuff like that, obviously, like, I knew about that one before from other Lord videos and stuff like that. It is nice to see weshammer's face every once in a while. I haven't seen his face. I haven't, you know, reacted to like one of his videos in a minute. So, you know, again, make sure you guys, you know, go check him out, man. And if you guys did enjoy my reaction to this one, man, make sure you guys like the video again. And you know, maybe you like more of my videos. You know, if you want to go to the other one. Oh, just end the video. Okay, I'm seeing you for the next one. I'm out. Bye, everyone.